Vienna Boys Choir, known to have high-pitched voices because their haven't dropped yet. Welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite ER technician, Stephen Ho, and just for today, your baby daddy. Today we will be reading true stories of crazy things parents have done in the hospitals. Don't let this be you. When I had my first child, my husband was visibly uncomfortable in the delivery room. Okay. He's an old school guy, so the fact that he was even in the room was a big deal. Dad's doing the bare minimum? Good job. He was the most excited when he heard 8 pounds 22 inches. That's a big baby. He said, "Oh my God, that's a good sized salmon." It was instantly quiet. I could hear everyone's necks snap as they stopped what they were doing and turned to look at him. I burst out laughing, and then everyone in the room started to laugh. He finally got into it. That's a big time salmon. Can you imagine this husband's Tinder profile picture? Just him and an 8-pound salmon. You knew what you were getting into. This time, he could change the picture of a salmon to a baby. Swipe right. When I was one day postpartum with my little boy in the hospital, I was telling my nurse about the birth. When I was done, she must have noticed me gripping the armrest of the sofa chair I was sitting on. She asked, "It seems painful to sit on your stitches. Would you like a donut?" There was a brief pause. I looked at her funny and replied, "Sure, what flavor?" "No, my dear. We are not talking about donuts that you eat." She started hysterically laughing and explained to me that she was offering me this little inflatable donut-shaped thing that I sit on so my vagina doesn't touch the surfaces I sit on. My husband and I had a good laugh about it after. Yes, correct. Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to the hospital and you have birth, you have surgery with anything regarding your undercarriage, we do have an inflatable donut for you to sit on that looks like this. Ta-da! These are a lot more comfortable. The ones you're gonna get at the hospital, I'm telling you, they're gonna feel more like an inflatable floaty for the swimming pool, which is fine, but this is very comfortable. As you can see, there's a hole here, so when you sit down, your torn up vagina from that baby doesn't have to touch the surface of the chair. Very comfortable, very unedible. Is that the right word? You can't eat it.
Forbidden donut.
When I was a student nurse on my maternity rotation, we once had to ask a dad and his mom, the grandmother, to leave when we went into the room to check on the new mom and found her sitting on the radiator. Oh my goodness, why was mommy sitting on the radiator? Dad was asleep on the bed,
What?
and his mom was hanging out in the guest chair. His mom said he worked the night shift. She didn't have an excuse for herself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna repeat this again and again until it is lodged into your teeny tiny little brains. If the mother is giving birth at the hospital, the husband who's there is not allowed to sleep. If the mother who just gave birth isn't sleeping, he's especially not allowed to be sleeping on the hospital bed that the birthing mother should be sleeping on. And bonus, if your husband's mother is also in the room, she's not allowed to be sitting on the only chair that's left that's supposed to be reserved for the birthing mother. I don't give a if you worked the night shift. You could have worked 6 night shifts in a row. Get your ass off the bed.
Just to be clear, you're not gonna make dinner tonight, right?
Just to be clear, no, she's not making dinner. That is pretty hilarious. Look at her face. She's like, "Are you serious? What's wrong with you? You're not even making dinner?" No, she's making a baby. Move a bit closer. She needs to tell you something. How rude of her not to answer. Stay strong, King. My son rolled off the bed at 7 months. The husband was right there. The husband. Who's telling the story? Is it the wife? The husband was right there. And the kid went straight between his arms and legs. Hey, not all dads were meant to be football players, okay? 7-month-old baby, bigger than a football, but still slipped through his hands. We were first-time parents, so we obviously went to the hospital where we both work. No lines for these parents. For context, we were in the process of getting ready for work. Like right in the middle. I did not have a bra on when I walked into that hospital. To be fair, most patients who are female who walk into the hospital don't have bras on. At the hospital, we see it all. Women don't feel the need to put a bra on, put makeup on. Men, if you got tits, put a bra on. We don't want to see it.
A bra is for ladies. Meet
The bro.
Both our supervisors come to check on us. While Dr. M checks him over, he's playing with our son by putting the end of the stethoscope everywhere. Well, I guess my son wanted me to play too. He grabbed the stethoscope and pulled my top down to put it on my chest. Y'all, I flashed my coworkers. I flashed my supervisor. I flashed my husband's supervisor, who is my dad's lifelong friend, and he couldn't even look my dad in the face for like a month because he'd seen his daughter's tits. I take it all back. Ladies, put the bra on. That's gotta be awkward. I would never go to the hospital I work at if I had trouble, because I don't want them seeing my junk. Can you imagine walking past a coworker in the hallway after they've seen your penis? How awkward is that? I don't shave. What are they gonna say? What are they telling each other? To be fair, she wasn't going for herself. I guess she was going for a kid, but she didn't realize that the kid was gonna sabotage her. Maybe he deserves to be dropped.
This is how I delivered my second-born, on all fours. I felt confident in this position and my body knew exactly what to do. I trained throughout my entire pregnancy in
Your body knew exactly what to do. That's the position that got you in that position in the first place.
different variations of this position because I wanted to train myself for motherhood, and that includes training for labor. My body was trained to work and be strong on all fours due to all the work I'd been doing the previous 38 weeks. 5 pushes later, and baby Wyatt popped right out.
Wow, look at that. She trained in the doggy style position to give the baby. I didn't know you could do that. What's the husband doing? Why is he pushing up on her? Are there other positions you can give birth on? Let's see. Rocking, squatting with partner. So partner is involved. Good job, partner. Squatting again, leaning forward, kneeling with birthing ball, on hands and knees. There it is. Semi-sitting with partner. Oh, that one seems intimate. Lying on your side. All right, we learned something new. Comment below, which one is your favorite when you were giving birth? I'd love to know. What the hell? Oh, I get it. It's a surrogate baby. When you pushed out a baby but took $50K home instead of the baby. $50,000 for a baby. It's pretty cheap. Am I crazy for a brand new baby? If I agreed to give birth, how much money would I charge? A lot more than $50,000. Oh, the comments are so nice. God bless you for what you did for that family. Another family is happy. You changed their lives in the most positive way. All right, if everybody's happy. Girl, make your money. $50,000, do it again. I had a new mother bring her 4-week-old daughter into the ER because her feet and legs were turning blue. Oh. Immediately, the doctor thought it may be congenital heart defect and would need to fly to Children's Hospital. Doc came in during my assessment, so I didn't get to point out a key piece of the evidence, not to mention that the baby showed no signs of distress at that time. We left the room. I asked the doctor if we could go back in and try to wipe the baby's foot off with an alcohol wipe. Sure enough, the blue wiped off and was from the brand new pair of pants that mom put on baby. Mom didn't know how to wash clothes. Ah, from congenital heart defect to blue dye from the pants. To be fair, I don't wash my clothes when I buy them. Initially. Do you guys wash your clothes when you buy them? Just underwear. Just underwear? Oh, I don't even do underwear. Put that shit on. What do you think mom thought it was? Why is my baby turning into a Smurf? Is he watching too many cartoons? That's what my mom would have said. Any reason to stop me from watching that TV. You wanna know why your feet's turning blue? Too much television. That's right, my mom was crazy. Oh my God! Ah, someone saved the baby! Is it still there? Oh my God. Is that really what happens? The baby's in there. Who's driving this motherfucking bus? Ah! EMT RN here, and a woman called 911 for genital burning. Genital burning. Could be anything. UTI. I figured it was probably an STD or UTI. After questioning her and getting a history, it turns out she was using anti-baby wipes to prevent pregnancy after sex with her boyfriend. The wipes in question were the purple top bleach wipes that had a picture of a baby on the side in the circle that was crossed out. Oh my God, she thought that meant the wipes prevented pregnancy. They shouldn't be used on children because they're bleached. Yeah, no shit. Per the hospital, she had 2nd-degree chemical burns in her labia and a positive pregnancy screening. Ooh, now that's a double whammy. If you don't know what these wipes are, they are literally bleach wipes with a little baby on it that is crossed out. So mom saw this and thought, hey, that means these wipes get rid of babies.
It's genius, it really is.
They do not. They're specifically meant not to be around babies because these are very strong. This is what we used when COVID first started and we were like, what the is COVID? How do we get rid of it? These killed those things. This is not for your labia. This is not to get rid of babies. Actually, I'm sorry, this will get rid of a baby. Hence the cancel baby sign. Help! But it is not a way to prevent pregnancy. Don't do it. When I was a candy striper junior volunteer in the late 80s, I often got to take the new moms and babies down to the hospital entrance where dad was usually there with the car. There was one family who had a 13-pound, 8-ounce baby girl. That is a big salmon. She barely fit in the cradle. Yeah, because the baby's grown ass already. 13 pounds? What the I want to say the biggest baby I had ever seen at the hospital was like 11 pounds. We stopped the hospital to go look at this baby. Mom was 5'0", weighing about 110 pounds after the baby was born. Dad, on the other hand, was 6'4", 300-pound football player. Poor mom. He had a white limo waiting. Of course, he's a football player. As mom is being helped into the car, she looks at her husband and says sweetly, "You touch me again and you'll be singing with the Vienna Boys Choir." That was their first, and I'm pretty sure their last. This was over 35 years ago, but I'll remember this until my dying day. Vienna Boys Choir, known to have high-pitched voices because their haven't dropped yet, or they get cut off. What the wife is implying is that husband's will be chopped off if he comes near her again, which, if I had to guess, husband probably 7 pounds each. Thank you for watching. I am currently on tour right now. Ticket links and dates are in my bio. I hope to see you soon, motherfuckers. Ciao.